Hello everyone. The question of the day is, how many numbers that have 5 digits can you create with strictly increasing or strictly decreasing order of the digits? So for example, we could have like 2, 1, 2, 5, 7, 8. That is strictly increasing, or we could have strictly decreasing, so like 1, 4, 3, 2, 1. All of these would work. And now, as I said, how many of these are there? So the first thing I thought about, at least, is that if we try to think about the simplest case or restrain ourselves as much as possible, so we'll start with the increasing one. So we'll forget about that for a moment. We'll start with the increasing ones. And then, okay, what is the worst case scenario? The worst case scenario is that we start with a 5, because then we're forced to do 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Right. So that's the simplest case, obviously. And then if we start with a 6 instead, then we have some wiggle room. We could do, here we actually can count all the possible solutions. So we have 7, 8, no, sorry, 6. We start with 4. Fuck, I'm dumb. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You can obviously create, and then 4, 5, 6, 7, 9. And then you have 4, 5, 7, no, sorry, 6, 8, 9. And you have 4, 5, 7, 8, 9. And then you have 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. So these are all the possibilities with starting with a 6, and then starting with a 4, and then when you start with a 3, it gets a lot more. So how should we think here? Okay, what did I actually do? Okay, so in this case, we have that, okay, what are we doing here? We're skipping the 9, right? Because the 9 is here. And then for this one, we're skipping the 8, which is in between there. And then for this one, we're skipping the 7, and for this, we're skipping the 6, and for this, we're skipping the 5. So it's very like standardized what we're actually doing. And then if one could think about, okay, what happens when we start with a 3? Then we're supposed to skip 2, right? And in how many ways can we choose that? And herein lies the combinatorics. So in the first case where we have the 5, we're supposed to choose 0 out of, well, yeah, we have 5, like you could say. No, you should say, well, yeah, out of 4. It makes more sense. Yes, exactly. So we're supposed to choose 0 out of 4, which is just 1. And then when we have a 4, we're supposed to choose what? We're supposed to choose 1 out of 5 positions, right? So here we can already see a pattern. And then so we think now that if we start with a 3, we're supposed to choose 2 out of 6 positions, like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That is 6. So here 6 over 2, and then we're supposed to choose 3 out of 7. Okay, so here we started with a 5, and this is what happens if you start with a 4, and now we start with 3, and then a 2, and then the smallest amount we can start with is a 1, obviously. So then we're supposed to choose 4 out of 8. And this works as an answer. For the strictly increasing ones, it is true, but we can be more efficient. We can have a shorter notation. So this thing here actually turns out to be exactly 9 over 5. 4, sorry, 9 over 4, over 4. And maybe you can just see why this is, but I'm going to explain how I thought, at least. So instead of thinking about, okay, so what are we starting with? Instead, we just draw up all the numbers from 1 to 9. And then we think about this. So what are we doing when we're choosing 5 numbers that have to be strictly increasing? That is just the same as thinking that we ignore 4 numbers and then pick what the rest is, because that will always be in order, right? So if we remove these 2, maybe, then we have 1, 2, 5, 6, 9, which absolutely works. So then we're just choosing 4 out of 9, and that works. So then on to the decreasing case. So then we can write the reversed one, except now there's a small difference. Here we can include the 0. So then what are we doing then instead? Okay, so we want 5 out of 10. So then we want to exclude 5. So therefore it should just be 10, 5, choose 10. 10, choose 5. Yeah, exactly. 10, choose 5. So it's just these two numbers added. And I'm not going to write out what that is, because there should be pretty big numbers. So yes, that was everything. A little basic lesson in combinatorics. Hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure to check out the link in the description, hit that bell, and I will see you some other time. Bye bye.